Okay, so we were talking about those because I see those Infinities all around LA and they look like you said they're clap, bro. They're whoop, but I can tell they put some sound on them, but they sound like shit. Why do the Infinities sound like shit when they put the sound on?
So those are V6s.
Okay.
It's a V6 motor, and it's just not every motor's gonna sound good.
Yeah.
So that's why certain motors have a unique sound to them, and if you throw an exhaust system on them, it can either enhance it or make it sound terrible.
Right.
So with the Infinities,
they don't sound good naturally.
They sound decent naturally. Like if you get a good exhaust system and you muffle it. You have to muffle it because when you straight pipe it, it sounds like crap. But when you muffle it correctly, you can kind of get a Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift.
Okay.
They had a 350Z.
They had a 350Z. Okay.
The DK.
Okay.
DK, the main car in Tokyo Drift. DK, the guy who was the best drifter in Tokyo.
What's that? The Camaro? The 350Z?
No, that's the Nissan.
And the Nissan 350Z.
And that's the same motor that is in the Infinity. But guess what?
Okay.
You have a good exhaust system. You can kind of make it sound pretty good.
Yeah.
You know, because it's muffled. It's not fully straight piped.
So now let me ask you this. In California, because you're from Northern California, you've been to all the car scene. You've been to the car scenes is out there. All the car meets up there. You're in LA now. You've been to a ton of car meets out here. You've put on your own car meets.
Yeah.
What is California's what cars are the most popular out here when it comes to getting that sound? You know, what cars do you see is the most popular when it comes to sound guys, right? What are the most popular cars that people try to make sound really well?
That's kind of like a devil question because the car that's most popular nowadays is actually the BMW.
The BMW.
And more specifically, the M3.
The M3.
Out here, the G80 M3, we call it. That's like that's the name of the actual M3. People don't know it as G80, but that the 2022 and onwards M3 is a G80, and that's what everybody has. That's the Honda Civic of sports cars right now. Okay. You go to a car meet, you're gonna see at least 10.
Okay.
At least. And those cars kind of don't, and those are the newest M3, and honestly, with the markup on these cars now, and it's just inflation, because M3s back in the day used to cost about $50,000, give or take, maybe on the high end, maybe 60. Now these M3s are now costing $100,000. Yeah. In my head, I don't understand why M3s are costing this much, but the demand and also just inflation. So now an M3 in 2026 is now costing $100,000, and out the box, it sounds decent. Now you do an exhaust system and you straight pipe it, doesn't sound the best. You can get people call it equal length exhaust system, and that's kind of like where they're able to kind of like, extend the exhaust a little bit here and kind of make and lengthen it over here and make it sound to where, okay, now it sounds pretty good. You're still fighting the sound of the car because the car it's still twin turbo.
So what about Northern California? What car was the go-to out there for the sound?
See, this is the thing. When you go more to Northern California, the car culture is diluted.
Okay, in what way? Explain.
There's not a lot of car culture out there. I wouldn't even say there really is a heartbeat in the car. That's why I left. Okay. Because there's no real culture out there. There is a little bit. There's a heartbeat. Yeah. A small one.
Yeah. As far as sound.
No, as far as cars.
Really?
There's no real car culture.
Because the sideshow started in Oakland.
Yeah. Okay. Let me rephrase it. My bad. Oakland, the Bay Area has its own culture. It's like a sector. It has its own heartbeat, and even San Diego has its own San Diego.
So you really can't split up Northern and Southern California. It's really by region, by like city, like Sacramento, the Bay, San Diego, LA, Orange County, like it's like that. Each one is kind of different.
Yeah, because the Bay, they're known for like the muscle cars. Right. If I lived in the Bay, I would for sure have probably a 5.0.
Yeah.
We can even talk about Larry June. Why does he have a 5.0? You grew up around that culture. You grew around
muscle cars.
Muscle cars, people swinging.
So they're not tripping on M3s out there. They want to swing Camaros and
Camaros. It's a totally different culture. You come
they want
out
to swing
here,
muscle.
You're not seeing 5.0s. You're not seeing a bunch of muscle cars at these meets. You're seeing BMWs, Lambos, Ferraris.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're seeing, honestly, it's crazy enough.
European. You're seeing European.
And I have a BMW. And where I live, and from Sacramento, a BMW is like, okay, you got a cool car. That's you're kind of like, it's whatever. People don't really care too much. Out here, it's like everyone got a BMW. Everyone got a nice car.
Up there, nobody cares about
nobody
BMW.
cares. So it's like I would drive around the city, and I'll be looking for other car guys, and it would be like, man, like I feel like you almost feel
because they're more into muscle up there.
But muscle in the Bay Area and in San Jose, you kind of get a hybrid of kind of like San Jose, you kind of get the LA / kind of Bay Area vibe. So they're kind of mixing. You see some high end cars over there. Silicon Valley. I know went on a couple rallies with some people, and there's a garage called Silicon Valley Garage. And they got the high end cars, and so you're just seeing a little bit of everything over there. You're seeing a little bit of the Bay and a lot of like high end cars over there in the.
Because I know, like, growing up in Sac, like, when I met most car guys, they were into Camaros, bro. Yeah. Because everybody was sideshowing.
So I feel like...
They were into muscles, Camaros, Mustangs, and then like you said, a bunch of clapped up shit that they could just swing.
But I didn't really get that car... Back in the day, when I first started going to meets, back in high school... I did see a lot of muscle. You do see a lot of 5.0s, a lot of muscle, but a lot of it was Hondas.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know, but Hondas were cheap, still cheap, and you can get those to be pretty in their light, and people soup those up.
Yeah, I see those souped up all the time.
You go to back in the day, what you would see at meets in Sacramento was muscle and Hondas.
Okay.
You got the cheap side. And then you got these Hondas trying to race these guys that got the muscle cars.
Yeah.
But these muscle cars are heavier, but they got a big, powerful motor. Hondas, they got a little small four-banger. We call them four-bangers.
Who's winning most of those?
It depends how much money, who has the most money into the car. But then again, if you soup up a Honda, you can spend less money. Yeah. So this guy could have spent 10 grand on his car. Yeah. This guy could have spent 5 grand.
Yeah.
But this guy with the Hondas this 5 grand actually made his car a lot quicker, Right.
Okay, so we're gonna make a Fast and the Furious movie, right?
Okay.
Hypothetically,
okay.
Maybe for real, the future, right?
Yeah.
And we need a lineup. We need a Paul Walker. We need a Tyrese. We need a Vin Diesel. You know what I'm saying? We need the 2 chicks with the whips, right? We need 5 cars, right? We need 5 cars to represent California. Fast and the Furious, where we're redoing it. What's the 5 cars, and what's the personality of each person that drives the car?
For sure, a BMW.
Which one? What BMW?
I would say an M3.
We got the M3.
We got the M3. We got the G80 M3. We got a cocky young kid.
Okay.
Then we're gonna have a muscle car. We're gonna have a Hellcat.
A Hellcat.
An older gentleman.
Okay.
A little bit more of like, okay,
more seasoned, been around.
More seasoned, and he feels like his car can beat everybody.
What year Hellcat? What year Hellcat is he driving?
We're talking wide body Hellcat. We're talking about at least 2021, 20. You know what I'm saying?
What about the M3?
The M3 2022, 2023.
Okay.
So a G80 M3.
Okay.
And
what's number 3?
Number 3, we're gonna go with a Corvette.
Okay.
This is an old guy.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? This is an older guy, but he's
still in the game.
He's seen a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He got a Corvette. He got a Z06.
He got a Z06. What year?
Z06.
What year?
I would say 2021.
Okay.
And then we're gonna have some rich guy. We're gonna have a guy in a Ferrari 458.
Ferrari 458.
We got
He's
some
rich Armenian.
Yeah,
dude,
yep, exacty. Rich Armenian guy for sure. Like he got the jewelry.
Right.
He got the jewelry. He got chest hair hanging out.
Yeah.
Some Miami guy, right?
Yeah.
And then, and honestly, you know what?
What's number 5?
Number 5. we're gonna have a female.
Okay.
We're gonna have a female, and she's gonna drive a. We're gonna say she's gonna drive another BMW.
Okay. What
right?
kind?
She's gonna drive an M2.
An M2.
An M2.
Okay.
And she feels like she grew up around cars, and her dad loved cars and got her into cars.
And she know what to do with that M2 to compete with that Corvette, that Ferrari, that M3, and that Hellcat.
And I feel like that right there is gonna blend everything together.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You got the older gentlemen, you got the older guys, you got some of the young guys in there, you got the cocky people, you know. But and I can even say we can even throw one more person in there if we had to, and get that Bay Area kind of vibe. We can even get someone with like an old school.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like a 5.0, but he got his thing souped up. So everyone's looking at him like, bro, your car's like from 1990. Everyone's looking at him like, bro, why'd you even bring that piece of crap here?
Right.
And he's like,
that shit brand new.
And under the hood.
Under the hood, that shit brand new.
You know what I'm saying? Fully redone.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Redone. And he's nonchalant, like, oh yeah, okay, y'all talking.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But he probably ends up winning the race.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
That's lit.
That's what I'm saying. That movie would go fire because guess what? People from the Bay gonna watch it. People from the East Coast gonna watch it. Like hey, we need a, you know what I'm saying? We need to,
right.
we need
to write that. We're documenting
bro,
it.
Document because I mean
we putting it in the ether.
Yeah, bro. Because at the same time, that's gonna bring all the cultures back together. And in that movie, we're not gonna get all these action scenes, this and that.
Right,
we're
all
gonna go
this
straight to the street.
corny shit. Yeah, straight to the street.
We're gonna once the race is over, people want to go back to their hoods. Tell them about that race was. That's basically what Need for Speed tried to do. Okay,
let's talk about Need for Speed.
Because people from different backgrounds came together for this one big race, and it was televised.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. That's another movie that kind of came on the scene that was kind of like an influential movie in my head. And if Fast and Furious came correct, and they came with the movie script that was I think that would get back to their roots. It would bring that kind of aura of Need for Speed. People from different backgrounds, guy from not, you know, from the hood, maybe a rich Armenian guy, a guy, you know, a cocky BMW guy, you know, lives in LA, you know, he lives this fast life or whatever.
Yeah.
And this female that, you know, she works at her dad's shop. And you know, she hears about this race, she wants to go.
Right.
You know, got this older gentleman, he works in corporate, but he has this nice car.
Right.
Everyone comes together for this big race.
Okay. That's hard.
And they all have their friends, you know, I heard you're gonna be part of this big race.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm rooting for you, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they all come together and it's televised, and so now these people that were almost no name can
streamed.
It's streamed.
On the Organic GIBBS channel.
And it goes crazy.
You did. You're throwing that out there, man.
That's
Swing us back into the cinema.
Okay. So in car movies, we got the iconic car chases. You go on TikTok every now and then, you see people trying to run from the cops. Those videos be going viral and stuff. So let's talk about some iconic like car chases in movies, or some scenes that you can remember that are like, you know, talk about that kind of culture.
I would say the first thing that comes to my head is Gone in 60 Seconds. That's the first one you say, like car chases. We could say Gone in 60 Seconds, Italian Job, and these are just classic movies and iconic movies that brought just more car culture together with, you know, everyday people. Because, you know, even my mom, you know, she's not super big on cars, but The Italian Job is one of her favorite movies.
Right.
So, and they're driving Mini Coopers. And most people don't know, Mini Coopers is actually a sub. It's basically BMW.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Mini Coopers are basically BMW.
It's England's version of BMW.
You know what I'm saying? Like
right. The European.
Yeah,
they drive BMWs out there, but it got that classic European style to it.
But they're owners.
Yeah.
BMW owns Mini Cooper.
Right.
BMW also owns Rolls Royce. So when you buy a 7 Series, you're basically buying a cheap version of a
Rolls Royce.
You know? That's why 7 Series feel nice. Even the S-Class feels nice, a Mercedes. But, I would say the Gone in 60 Seconds, Italian Job. What's another, like, car chase movie that was, I know
another one that's legendary, but way ahead of our time. But I love that movie because I love Steve McQueen, which is Bullet. And guess what?
I think I've seen them.
San Francisco movie, and guess what they were whipping? Muscle.
Yeah.
It was a Challenger versus a Mustang.
Okay.
And they were flying off of hills.
Yeah.
You know, he's whipping up hills in this Mustang. Steve McQueen drives a Mustang, and he's trying to knock down this murderer in this Challenger.
Yeah.
Right? And they're flying around the Bay Area in this Muscle. You know, that and classic car chase scenes.
Yeah, those. I mean, I feel like that's where movies have kind of got away from.
Yeah.
Movies are not like that no more.
They're too exaggerated, huh?
They're
jumping out of helicopters.
I feel like because people who make these movies, they feel like that's not a real story. They don't feel like, and if it is, it might be like a small aspect of the story. Like, okay, one little smidge, but these these movies now are getting away from car culture
yeah.
and making it more personal with exactly why Fast and Furious is now all these other characters, and
it's not about the cars anymore. It's about the characters.
It's about the characters, which I understand, but at the same time, it needs to be
about the cars.
Rooted, because it's called Fast and the Furious. We didn't click on we didn't go to
click
showing.
on a soap opera.
Yeah, and it's like, if you're gonna have drama, put the drama with the cars, so we're getting to see these high-end, nice cars. Let them fight about whatever they're fighting about next to some high-end cars.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And they kind of were doing that, and they slowly started to step away. Like Hobbs and Shaw, whatever. It's just like they're confusing people now.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
real car cats ain't watching Fast and Furious
it's just because it's water, just like it's diluted to the point of like almost no return. And it's like now it's like they could come out with another Fast and Furious, and I guarantee you, there's gonna be still a line of people, because you still got and that's the thing, when you build up something so heavily like that, they're still gonna have loyal fans.
Right.
But the core fans that were there from the beginning, that actually grew up.
I've been dipped on Fast and Furious.
You know what I'm saying? But those people are not rushing to go to the movie theaters to go watch this movie.
I've been dipped on Fast and Furious.
Now, if they put a clip out and says, "Oh, it's back to the grassroots. It's back to how it used to be," they brought. I know most people don't know. Fast and the Furious. There's something called Race Wars, and that was something big in the car culture where basically they show up to this event and they got all these different car people showing up, and they're racing on like a runway.
Right.
That's one of the scenes in, was it Too Fast, Too Furious, or Fast and the Furious? They go to this, and also Fast and the Furious. I think it was not Too Fast and Furious, but they had the Hondas too.
Right.
They had to go do this job. They leave Race Wars. I don't quote me this. I forgot what Fast. I don't think it was the first one. I think it might have been the first one actually. I think it was the first one. They leave Race Wars in the middle of the night. They go pull this job off. That's when Paul Walker's like, "Where you guys going in the middle of the night? Or where's your brother going? Because he's dating me. He's dating Mia." He's like, "I know you know what your brother's doing."
Wait. We just went off topic. You were supposed to tell us your favorite car chase scene.
I would say Gone in 60. That's hard for me to even think about right now. I would say Gone in 60 Seconds. I can just, because that whole movie is basically a car chase.
So the whole movie, there wasn't a specific scene in there? That's your favorite?
See, the thing is you're asking about, and I haven't seen these movies in a little bit.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I gotta rewatch some of these movies, because that's the thing though for me, is just like, I've watched these movies so long ago, and also some of them recently. You know, Fast and the Furious I watched recently. I rewatched all the sequels. So I'm more up to date on more of this Fast and Furious stuff. Gone in 60 Seconds. I think they had it playing at. I was somewhere and they had it playing in the background.
Yeah.
And
what would you say? Not to cut you, my bad. What would you say like recently? So we know Fast and Furious 2001 is 20 years later. What's like a movie that came out, car movie that came out recently, that you could say that kind of or tried to? The best thing you said, Need for Speed.
That's the only one I even got.
Wow.
Relatively close. And I don't even know when that. I forgot when that came out.
So basically, when it comes to Hollywood, car movies are
finito.
They're not making any good car movies no more.
But guess what though? There's a huge audience waiting for a good car movie.
So all you studio people, you filmmakers, if you watching this, people want a good car movie that's authentic.
They got all these people who make scary movies. They got different genres of people who make scary movies, different genres of people who make comedy movies. But the car community
everybody has a car. Everyone can relate. You know what I'm saying? For the most part, right? Everyone wants to
Everyone wants a nice car.
Everyone wants a nice car, and then if you build the right story behind it, that movie can be a box office hit.
We've seen it before. All right, now let me ask you this. If you could choose any car from any movie to be yours, what car would it be? One car.
I would go Fast and no. I would go Need for Speed, because that's what Need for Speed did right.
Which one? What car in there?
Fast and the Furious brought a few cars in there that were iconic cars. Need for Speed, they brought everything.
Yeah.
Everything that you can think of that any car guy would be like, I want that car.
But which one? You only can pick one.
I would say Lamborghini Sesto Elemento.
What year was that?
Whoa.
In that movie, what do you know what year that Lamborghini was?
It's probably
guesstimate
2011.
2011.
Don't quote me on that. It's based off the Gallardo.
Okay.
But what they did is fully stripped it. And made it all carbon.
Okay, all
from
carbon.
The interior.
Yeah. So it's lighter.
And guess what? Sesto Elemento means?
What?
It's 100. It's carbon on the periodic table.
Oh, okay. What is that?
No. It's the sixth, and what's the sixth? Sesto Elemento is the sixth number. On the Sesto. On the period is the sixth number on the periodic table, which is all carbon.
That's lit. So that's out of all the movies, that's the car you're going right there. The Lamborghini Sesto. What's this? Sesto Elemento. The Sixth Element.
Sixth Element.
Lamborghini Sixth Element. That's hard. What about you, bro?
Me, I'm gonna probably go to something I seen in the Italian Job. Probably a Lambo. There's like an orange Lambo in the Italian Job. It's one of my favorite movies. Old.
You know which one it was?
I think it's called a Lambo.
It's the Mirror.
Mirror.
The Mirror.
Okay,
yeah.
So I need a car. Okay.
And that's one. And that's
I like that. Go ahead.
That's one of Lambo's like. That's one of the cars that put Lambo on the map.
Yeah.
The Mirror.
See, I'm going lowrider. I love lowriders, and I'm going with Big Worm's lowrider from Friday. That orange, I think it was like a '59 maybe Chevy Impala.
No, you like
or
the
58.
Like the 6.4.
I like the '59 and the '58 because the lights in the back is got this rounded, where the '64 is like a rectangle, right? Where the 58, the '59, they have more dimension to them, like more dynamics on the body style.
Yeah.
And I like the headlights on them.
Yeah.
And bro, that car was just hard.
Bro,
and I love that orange color with the orange interior. If I could have any car from any movie, it'd be that one.
You know what's crazy? Is I grew up, and my next door neighbor, these two girls lived next to me.
Yeah.
You know, they were pretty, beautiful girls, and I had a crush on both. One of them, both of them, whatever. And their dad.
Yeah.
Had 3. Yeah. 6.4 Impalas in the garage, done up.
Yeah, that's hard.
He said, "These are my daughter. These are gonna be for my daughters." I said, "They don't even know what these cars are."
Right.
I said,
did he ever let you hit a switch on them?
He showed me them. He did like these were his trophies.
Okay.
That were he was passing down.
Yeah.
So he didn't bring these out.
He didn't bring them out.
He would keep them in the garage, and they would damn near collect dust.
Yeah.
But undercovers. Yeah. They were done up. They were clean. They wasn't like they were beat down. Like these were done up Impalas. And so you're saying that's your favorite?
That's my favorite car. And I had a neighbor on my street who had a '72 Cutlass.
Okay.
That a candy blue, right? His name was Big Al. Okay. Everybody in South Sacramento knows Big Al, right? He owns the Pick and Pool.
Yeah.
You know Pick and Pool over on Power Inn.
Yeah.
So he lived on my street, and we'd be outside playing football. And then he'd go like 30 miles per hour, kind of start racing it, and flip a switch on the 3-wheel on the corner and bend the corner on the 3-wheel, skirt, on the 3, like skirt, like drag it.
Yeah.
But he popped it into a 3-wheel and would drag it, skirt. Yeah. And then once he hit the corner, then he'd knock it down, and then he'd race off, bruh. I used to be like, God, when you were a little kid, you'd be like, God damn, oh my God. That's what really made me want a lowrider.
Yeah. Nah, lowriders are cool because they're just like, it's
they got culture, you know. And lowriders, you know, they kind of came.
They're extremely unique, bro. You're hopping a car.
And also the paint job, the wheels, the paintings, it's like everything, and everything about lowriders is art.
Exactly.
Even hitting the switches is an art.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like
yes,
you say,
you can dance it. You got to know when to. It's like it's a performance.
It's a performance, yeah. So now, I wanted a lowrider as my first car.
Yeah.
I wanted a lowrider as my first car, and I thought I was gonna get a Cadillac.
Yeah.
Because basically you can make anything a lowrider. All these older cars, you can make pretty much anything a lowrider. And so I thought I was gonna get a Cadillac. That ain't
like a Brougham or something like that.
So I forgot what model it was, but it was one of those Cadillacs where you've probably seen one of these Cadillacs on dating
from the early '80s or something.
Yeah. So I was like, well, I'll get this Cadillac, and lowriders are expensive. You know, it's also like dangerous because you got all these batteries in the back.
Right.
You gotta have all these connections.
A fire extinguisher on you.
Yeah, you got all these connections.
It's lighting up.
And so it's a whole thing with the lowriders. But I mean, when they're done up correctly, and everything is paint job, and
when it's like, done right,
we're talking about a car that potentially could be starting out could be like 20 grand. Now we're talking about 150 grand or whatever, because the paint job, this and that, and like and that's where paint job, and if you notice, lowriders have crazy murals in the paint.
I think that lowriders started car culture.
I think that I don't know 100%, but I would say car culture for sure. Lowriders, and
it started in LA with lowriders.
Yeah, I would say that's valid.
When it comes to modifying the car.
Yeah.
In all different types of ways like that.
I feel like street racing was because some people didn't go the low. I feel like car culture was
when you had hot rods at the same time.
But they're taking those same kind of cars and they're just souping them up.
Right, that's the souped up lane.
Yeah, but then people who just wanted just on some classier stuff.
You have people that wanted to bounce them, but they also wanted to pop, right? So when you see it around the corner, they got all these majestic colors on it, and I personally think I want to say car culture started in Los Angeles. Back in those days, like in the 40s, when they first started doing this stuff.
I think that's why LA is still to this day one that has the biggest car culture, because it basically started here, and basically now it's like everything in between is here now. You know what I'm saying? You got obviously now you got all like the high end luxury cars, the high Lambos, Ferraris, Rolls Royces, Bentleys, everything, and then you still got now you got the BMWs, you got the got the cool kids, got the BMWs, and you don't see and the thing is you don't see lowriders at these meets, but lowriders have their own meets.
Lowriders have their own meets, and they're every Sunday.
Yeah, they have
in every neighborhood.
They have their own meets, and with them it's a lot of the
Whittier Boulevard, Crenshaw on Sundays.
Yeah, but it's the older generation.
Yeah,
and most of the time they're black or Hispanic.
Right.
You're not seeing a white guy with this. You see it now. Obviously,
now when they get money, they'll start to do it.
We're seeing it because we're living in a day and age where everything is kind of like
gentrified.
Everything is kind of crossed over. But back in the day, it was a lot of African Americans, and I almost want to say, did the Hispanic people start lowride?
That's a debate going on right now, right? And basically, so you have it really came out of I want to say the South Bay area, which would be Torrance.
Yeah.
And then you kind of cross over into Compton, and you had a lot of shops owned by some white cats who was hot rod and stuff.
Yeah.
And also, they was playing around with airbags. Mm-hmm. I forgot some of these guys' names, and then you had guys in Downey and Compton, some black guys in Compton who was at the same time doing things like this. So they don't know where it kind of, what nationality started. It really kind of, I don't want to say, but it seemed like it was pretty integrated effort, because you kind of had to work together because it was a new thing.
Yeah.
So it's I'm figuring they kind of came up with it together.
Yeah. It kind of seems like that.
But I know the word lowrider comes from black people.
Oh, for real?
The word lowrider comes from I forgot the black car club in Compton, but that was the name of their car club, was Lowrider.
Mm. And now there's Lowrider magazine.
Right.
Super big magazine. But also we kind of
black people, I'm not gonna say black people, but African Americans also had their own kind of thing with cars too, like donks.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You're taking
Later
these-
on, we get into the South with. I feel like that's when the Southern cats donked it like
swingers.
And when did if anybody knows in the comments, anybody from the South, when did y'all start donking the cars out like that? I started seeing them in like the 2000s, like 03.
People don't know what donks are though.
Let them know.
So a donk is you're still taking like an old school kind of car and you're throwing massive wheels on it.
28s,
32s, rubber band tires.
26 is minimum.
And you're kind of doing lowrider stuff a little bit with customized interior, crazy paint jobs. I even saw there's a guy that turned like a Cutlass, massive 32-inch wheels on it, and donks. He put like the tricks. He put like the cereal tricks branding all over the car.
Yeah. They do some.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Cartoon. It's very like cartoonish, outlandish. It's almost like
outlandish.
How crazy can you make this car look?
Right.
And that would get them. That's literally like screams. Look at me.
Right.
It's literally screams. Look at me.
Right.
Because guess what they also have?
Yeah.
A trunk full of 12 subwoofers.
Yeah.
So that thing is.
Yeah, it's shaking buildings.
And you're pulling. You're at the stoplight. Your car's shaking. It's 4 cars over.
Yeah.
10 cars back. What is that pink car up there lifted up so high? Dang, he got some shiny wheels.
Yeah.
But they're feeling it in their chest.
Yeah.
So donks were like African Americans flavor on cars.
Yeah.
And it was more like you're saying the South and Texas.
Yeah, I want to say the best donks come out of Florida.
I haven't seen.
Like they really do donks really good.
Okay, certain parts of Florida, yeah.
Yeah, like Florida, they really donk it really. Like they really like. Cause see, when I think of Texas, I think of the ones with the spokes that come all the way out.
That's another thing.
Yeah, when I lived in Texas.
Swinging.
Yeah, when I lived in Texas.
Those are called, what are those called? They're Dayton styles, but they're
they come out like a like a spur. They got the Texas vibe where they come out like a spur or something, you know.
It's almost like
they call it swinging, and they kind of just drive real slow off the syrup. They got that slowed down syrup where they drive it slow and they whip it with the spokes all the way out.
All the way out, yeah. I forgot what those are called, but yeah.
When did y'all start swinging that? When did those come out? People from Texas in the comments. I want to know when did that come into play? I started seeing that in the 2000s too.
Yeah.
But I want to say that I'm pretty sure in the 90s they had some of those too.
It was been around because you know what I'm saying. They had a UGK and everything.
Yeah, UGK like 97, 98 probably era type shit.
Yeah.
All this stuff.
Bruh, let's talk about this, man, because I know you grew up on this right here, playing video games and stuff in the car culture within, you know what I'm saying? We talked about movies, but video games. And specifically Midnight Club Dub Edition. Midnight Club Dub Edition. Like, do you remember playing that game?
Remember, like, that was my childhood. That there's certain things that you'll remember for the rest of your life, and that game brings back so much just nostalgic of just culture, because that game brought hip hop into the game, where you can listen to your favorite, most recent hip hop song that was trending and drive around in the Escalade on 32s. And so it was like, and that's the thing. We're talking about all this stuff. The game brought it to life.
So it was the first time customizing.
I could throw massive wheels on an Escalade. I could throw massive wheels on an old, like, you could do anything you had in your mind. You could have your lowrider, you can have your exotic.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it was like everything we're talking about of all these car guys, you could do body kits and all this stuff. It was like you get to play around with it in a video game, and on top of that, race people. Mm-hmm. So it basically brought all the car cultures into one game, which for me, I play that game every single day. Come home, I was excited. It was almost like I just got it that day. Come home, what car am I customizing? I would drive around the city like, and the thing is you're almost visualizing like, this is gonna be me.
Yeah.
Got the Escalade. Let me go switch cars out. Let me go get the Lambo. okay, now let me take my race car out. Let me go. I'm gonna actually go get some. I'm gonna go rent, make some money.
Yeah.
And the races were fun. It wasn't like some like you were racing around the city. They had these checkpoints. Everything was very visual. It was. And
do they still make that game?
Nah, that's
over with.
That's the throwback. So yeah, so I think most recently they got the
people don't modify cars no more.
No, you know I'm gonna tell you what,
like in that way, like back in the day.
Yeah, so like some of the newer ones, they got this game.
People ride stock now.
Yeah, so what they got coming for, you know, the biggest racing games right now, we got Gran Turismo and Forza, and I saw the next Forza is going to be in Japan. Forza is going to be set in Japan, cool, so I thought that's...
We're sleeping on something right now, though.
What? Need for Speed?
Nope. Y'all forgetting something major, influential.
Grand Theft Auto.
Grand Theft Auto.
Grand Theft Auto.
So that basically brought people who aren't really into cars, it brought that whole community together. So... With most GTAs, you were able to modify and kind of do stuff. You know what I'm saying? Especially the Vice City, and what is that? San Andreas, and then obviously there's newer ones. You know, GTA 4, GTA 5.
Yeah.
Those ones. But now with 6 coming out, you guys can have a whole. That's another topic for another thing. We could talk about GTA 6. That's a whole nother.
GTA 6, they gotta go crazy. And guess what? It takes place in Florida, right?
Yeah, in Florida.
And the preview's full of donks.
And full of donks. So now we're getting back to where we originally started talking. Is just like GTA is now the centerpiece for all games, because now you can. They don't need to make in GTA. Is Rockstar. Mm-hmm. Rockstar made one of my favorite games ever to this day, which is Midnight Club. Mm-hmm. It was owned by I'm not gonna say
they did. You're right.
I'm not gonna say they exact, but Rockstar made that game.
Right.
I watched a whole video on YouTube of how all these games came into play.
Yeah.
How this game came out, then this game came out, and basically all these sub games under Rockstar were for them to build up GTA. They tested out. They tested out.
You're kidding me.
They tested out Red Dead Redemption. They tested out Need for Midnight Club, all for the build up for them to be like, all right, we're gonna put all these what we learned over here, put that in GTA. Okay.
But the first GTA was Vice City.
No, it was way before.
No, before. That's what I'm saying. But first GTA was ass. But in to our standards now.
What was the first GTA?
There's some 90s game that came in the
was it the 90s?
But guess what?
The first GTA I know of was Vice City.
That's what I'm saying. I started playing Vice City because honestly I was younger, so whatever he got, I was like we played that game. Yeah. You know, because it was rated whatever it was. Mature. But the first GTA to our standards now would have been cheeks, but back then it was the greatest. It was one of their best hits.
Yeah,
it was one of their best hits. But and so they knew, okay, GTA that's their main thing. So they came out with all these other things. And that's why GTAs take so long to come out, is because they learn from the Red Dead. They learn from all these sub games that they come out with.
Yeah,
and say, because it's almost like.
So you excited for GTA 6?
Bro,
you copping it?
Do you know how many people are gonna miss work, quit their jobs? I'm not joking.
People are gonna get fired just for not showing up. You're gonna be no shows.
Because they said, when I say they, I just mean a big portion of people are saying millionaires are gonna be made from this game.
Why? How?
Because GTA is doing something that we've probably never seen before. I think on this one, because it's integrating real life with virtual reality, and I'm not gonna say you'll be fully. I'm
not with the glasses.
Not saying you'll be immersed like that, but you're gonna
the customization will be so integrated.
You're gonna live
in your game
a real life.
That's facts.
In your GTA game.
Yep.
In your GTA game, and you can be sitting on this couch playing GTA. You got real friends in there.
Right.
You got real assets in there.
Right. That are worth money.
You can go live in there. You can stream in there. There's going to be so many people playing this game. You might spend 12 to 16 to 20 hours on this game and we're like, oh shit, I gotta go to the grocery store. I haven't. You didn't wipe your ass in 2 days.
Right. Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And people who make money streaming now,
yeah,
are gonna make even more money.
Right.
People who are gonna start making YouTube, start making channels and doing this now. We don't know what it's gonna be like. Nobody knows, but they're saying this is. The hype on this game is going to be something we've never seen.
Because we got to remember,
I agree.
Yeah, we got to remember in the GTA San Andreas, one of the biggest aspects of that game was the radio station and how influential that was. The stations and stuff. So GTA 6, the sky's the limit. So
you might actually have.
You could probably be able to upload your own playlist into there and slap your own music on it.
We might even hear an artist that hasn't came out yet.
Breaks on a game.
Comes out on the game.
Right.
Bro, you didn't hear that new song that came out on GTA?
Yeah.
Well, now everyone's streaming it. Now it's on the Apple. Now it's the #1 thing on that. So it's like GTA, and in my mind, now that we're talking about this,
it's its own universe.
It's its own universe, and I think we're gonna see, and it's good we're documenting this because I think GTA is gonna revolutionize how we view gaming. Because now gaming is just like, okay, you can make money streaming, but I think GTA 6 is gonna be one of those games where it's like, no, you're gonna be so immersed in this game where it's like you almost gonna live 2 lives.
Yeah.
Bro, you ain't got shit. You're gonna make dollars right now, bro. I got it. Bro, you should see what my GTA look like right now.
Right. Right.
It's gonna be like that's gonna be that people's.
They already do.
That's like their stocks.
Yeah. They already do.
That's their stocks. You got stocks in Robinhood. You got stocks in the market. Bro, I got money in GTA.
Right.
And it's gonna be like you can extract that money in
real life.
In real life. So it's almost like you could have a business in GTA.
That people actually gotta load their dollars in to go into in the game, and you're getting paid.
Exactly.
That's crazy.
That's
And the game hasn't came out yet, and this is what we're already speculating that's gonna happen because
you're gonna have entrepreneurs inside of GTA.
In the game, I can sell my car.
It's gonna be the first metaverse.
Yes, and Meta thought they were ahead, but no. This is the metaverse.
All right, so we're making GTA 6 we're predicting. Organic GIBBS is predicting. I don't just know, but I can believe it that this is gonna be the first metaverse.
Yeah, let's play this back.
Yeah.
When GTA 6 come out and see how close we were to spot on.
Yeah.
Yeah. I believe it. I can see that.
Or if it exceeds what we're talking about right now.
Where it really can exceed it.
Yes, for sure.
Easily.
And I think, and what I'm saying, as far as people not leaving their homes and people quitting their jobs, that's 100% happening. It's happening. You just know people don't change.
Right. There's people already locked in on games now.
There's people that are locked in on, and when GTA 6 comes out, bro, people might drop out of high school.
Yeah.
You think this is a joke? Because what we're talking about, if you can make money, and you can have a real community, and there's gonna be so much side missions, interactive stuff, and it's in a city of Miami where a lot of crazy things happen. And they said NPCs, the people you see walking around, you're the character.
Right. There's a bunch of just random characters. Yeah.
These random characters are gonna have their mind of their own. It ain't like you walk past somebody now. You push them, and you just keep walking.
Right.
Now they're saying stuff to you that you've never heard. You never heard
in the games.
Somebody said to you before. Yeah. You walk past them again. See if you can get that same reaction.
They're AI in them.
They're AI, so they're constantly learning. They even
sort of consciousness. So he's saying that GTA 6 is integrating AI consciousness into the NPC players.
100%. If you walk past somebody enough times, and you're friendly to them, like, oh, what's up, Jimmy? How you doing, bro? You headed out to the.
They'll help you go on missions.
It's almost you're gonna almost feel like this is real life because it's like real people. If you see somebody enough times, now we're friends. Hey, bro, where you going today? But you can also get on their bad side. If you push somebody enough time, if you make a bunch of commotion in this area, they even said they're gonna start. People are gonna recognize you. Be like, bro, what you doing over here? You're not welcome over here.
Right.
So it's like you can go to one aspect. And they even
they even integrated that a little bit in some of the GTAs where you go to certain hoods and you would see all the red dots start popping up.
Right.
Like you you got trouble over here.
Right.
But now it's like it's learning.
Yeah, it's learning. Right.
It's learning.
It's AI. Yeah. It's gonna be learning. But
So,
go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I think that's a good way to wrap this up because that's crazy.
Yeah.
We got to clip that up and just put that on its own. That GTA 6 conversation.
Yeah, so
that is
you on to something, man. So to bring us home, man, you know what I'm saying? Just talk to the young youth of today. If somebody's starting off, you know what I'm saying? Because you know what I'm saying? I remember your story, man. You've been into cars for a long time, man. You're really knowledgeable about them. Of a young kid starting off, you know, they high school, they haven't got their L's yet or something. What's like an affordable car? What's something they could tap into as they build their, you know what I'm saying?
I would say, honestly, this kind of sounds like, for real, honestly, you can get a BMW for a relatively good price. You can start out with the E46, E36, and you can get those cars for about $2,500, $3,000. And you have a BMW, you can get that to look nice. Now, if you have a little bit of money to play with, you can get a 335. I have a 335 IS, 2011 BMW. That car, we're talking about $20,000, give or take. If you get a nicer, whatever. But you can get a basic 335 for about $6,000. You can has the same motor as I do. You can make it look as good as my car looks, and you're getting respect from people like, okay, that's a clean car. Like that's and you can modify them to the point of where they're really fast. So a budget-friendly car, if you're playing between $2,000 and $10,000, BMW for sure. Because a Honda Civic, if you're a real car guy, even if you're not a real car guy, if you want a car that's going to give you looks, give you the presence, and everybody wants the presence. You want a car that can be decently fast, you spend a little more money, get a 335. If you want to spend a little bit more money, you get an M3. That's not going to be as fast as the 335, but you know what I'm saying? You have the sound, it has the V8 naturally aspirated, high revving, but I would say get a BMW.
All right.
Get a BMW.
Okay.
Show. So, all right. So, appreciate Organic Gibbs.
Organic Gibbs, and y'all subscribe to Organic Gibbs channel. We gonna add him in there. You feel me? Help him get his next whip. What's your next whip you looking at?
I would say right now I'm still in the market of looking. I don't know exactly, but it might be another BMW, or it could be we might be looking for.
Subscribe to the homies channel.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Support. You know, subscribe to our channel, support, so we can make this Fast and the Furious movie, all these type of new movies, so we could get down and bring the culture back into this Hollywood lane. You know, Hollywood lane. You know what I'm saying, and bring you know, real culture back to film, man. Because that's a good idea. I like how we just broke that down. You know, bringing back a dope ass car movie. You know what I'm saying? So support us, support the kid. You know, and salute, bro.
All right, yo.